I'm just going to talk about how to get around the fretboard a little bit in a 12-bar blues in a very simple way. And so again, thinking chordally, here I am in the key of B flat, on the 6th fret. Here's my root. Here's my B flat chord, and I'm just using this chord here as my E flat 7, and this chord here is my F7. Okay, B flat, E flat 7, F7, and B flat. Now, I can take those, if I know the roots of the chords, here's my B flat, here's my E flat, and here's my F. I can move these same chords up the fretboard, and instead of this being an E flat and an F, I can take it and put the B flat root up here. Right, there's a B flat 7 chord, and now this chord here I can move up to fret 11, and it becomes my E flat chord. And this one I can move up to fret 13, and it becomes my F7 chord. So I'm only using the same chord voicings, but I'm moving them up the fretboard, and let's just hear that against the track. I'll just play it gently against the track. So we'll start down here in this position. Going to E flat or B flat 7, F. Now let's move up here. E flat, always just the same 2 chords. Okay. Now, once you've done that, once you're sort of feeling like, hey, I can do that, that's pretty comfortable, this, designed to get you around the fretboard, then you may have watched my last video. Here's a B flat 7 chord, here's a B flat 7 arpeggio. Right, here's an E flat 7 chord, or this one. Right, and here's my arpeggio. If I'm using this voicing here, right, and then back, right. F. So those are the arpeggios. You should have those underneath your fingers. Now, the reason I'm showing you that is because when we move up, so I've got my B flat. This becomes a B flat 7 chord up here now, and I have the arpeggio underneath that. And then here I have the arpeggio underneath this chord form, and underneath this chord form. Okay, you get the idea, right? So now the exercise is take your play-along track, but put an hour or so of work into this before you do the play-along track. There's just sort of demonstration purposes here. And now to get around the fretboard in single note lines, you think of this chord. Arpeggio. Arpeggio, arpeggio, now move up, arpeggio, 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 and so on, right? So now you're working your way across the fretboard. Very different way of working your way across the fretboard than, for instance, just learning your major scales or your mixolydian modes or your pentatonic scales in all positions, because this way you're beginning with the chord progression, and that chord progression doesn't go anywhere. It stays the same, and the arpeggios that you're using stay the same over the chords, except we're just moving up the fretboard. And remember, I'm only using basically these two chords here, right? I could add this one, right? And do the same thing up here. I could do this. E flat, F7, and B flat. So think in arpeggios, think of moving these foundational chords around the fretboard into different regions, and then expressing those chords in arpeggios. If this video was helpful to you, like, subscribe. It helps the algorithm immensely. Buy me a coffee. Buy one of my books, which you can get on Amazon. And please leave a question. I get back to all the questions with fairly lengthy answers. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you real soon.